Hey, I'm here, and we back, better than ever. Are we better than ever, really? Are we? Are we? But, today we are ranking my original characters. So, hi, Bon here. Okay, hi, welcome back to another video. Uh, this is, I actually been wanting to do this, I just don't know what to title this video, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, today we are ranking my original characters, because if y'all didn't know, I draw a little bit. I got a whole story I'm working on, a whole series. One day I want to turn into a comic and have it animated. Maybe a game. Who knows? But yeah, so I have some of my original characters. These aren't all of them. It's just the ones that aren't up here. Either I can't show them because they spoil something, or I don't know what they look like yet. Like, I have them written down already. I don't know what they look like. But yeah, I think I have 22 of my OCs. So let's get started. First one we have is Aspen. Bro, I love my girl Aspen, and her backstory is crazy. But Aspen is, she's kind of a villain, but it's as any villain, it's because of her background and stuff. Aspen is she's trans, and I can't say too much about her because it spoils some of the plot, but you can probably figure it out what it is using context clues once I talk about another character. But Aspen, I love her, bro. Even though she crazy, she is crazy, bro. And in this video, I won't be going too far in depth with their story, but yeah, Aspen is she's one of my villains, and her backstory is kind of why she's acting out today like any other villain. But we don't see her until like mid-story, I think. But I think I'm gonna rank them on either how much I like them, not how fine they are. But yeah, on how much I like them. If they're fine, it's extra points. But yeah, this is Aspen. Bro, I love Aspen, bro. I don't know if she S tier, but she a good A. As for the good A, I love Aspen, bro. I feel so bad for her, but I love her, bro. Okay, next we got Apollo. Ooh. Ooh, Apollo a fine man. But Apollo is one of my villains. His sister is M.I.A. And in my story, I have this, I'm still working on, like, the mechanics of it. But basically, there are gods and corrupts. Apollo and M.I.A. are corrupt spirits, but they weren't always corrupt spirits. They're kind of like fallen angels or something. But yeah, there are god spirits and corrupt spirits. They're corrupt spirits, but even the corrupt doesn't like them like that. But with god spirits, before they, I guess, like, they come to life or whatever, they're in a deep slumber, and they just slump like shit. They're just slump. And like they sleep, they peacefully sleeping until they wake up. It's their time to do whatever. With corrupts though, and with like Apollo and M.I.A. level corrupts, the way that they're in their slumber is that they're chained. They're in the deepest deepest part of the kind of not universe, I guess, and they're chained up until either they're able to wake up and let go, or they rebel. M.I.A. and Apollo, they rebelled because they're getting revenge on these two other characters. One of them I can't say really who they're getting revenge on, but with the comic that I'm working on right now, I'm working on two comics. One of them is shorter than the main one. This is kind of like a prequel to the main one, but we see a little bit of them in the prequel. But yeah, Apollo and M.I.A., they go and get revenge because someone's existence kind of fucked up the equilibrium between the gods and corrupts and stuff, because the one that was born, she's a god and corrupt. But it's really complicated. Well, it's not complicated, but it's just I can't say too much. But I'm not gonna say which character it is who is a god and corrupt, but you could probably figure it out. But yeah, I might have just spoiled too much, but it's alright. But yeah, Apollo, he's a W villain too. He ends up he gets people to work for him. And this is anyone in the Lorcan bloodline, okay? Fuck Lorcans. Lorcans are, oh my, ooh, I hate Lorcans, bro. Lorcans is the last name's family name, and they're terrible people. They're all power hungry, and they're all just evil. But yeah, Apollo, he ends up working with both Lorcans. There's two Lorcans. And yeah. But Apollo, I might have to put him in S tier, not just because he fine, but like, he a W character. Okay, next we have Ember. Bro, my sweet baby Ember, bro. Ooh. Ember, she was, ooh, her backstory is so trifling. So basically, Ember grew up with this other character named Zane, but they didn't know each other at the time. She grew up in this village. It's like it's not the Dominican Republic, but like it's like something like that. I just have no name for it yet. But Ember is Colombian or whatever. But a raid happened in their village, and they took kids, and the raid where the kids were taken, they were taken to like a facility, and the facility has like there were two sides of the facility. Okay, my recording randomly stopped. But there are two sides to the facility. There's a child labor camp, and then there is the experiment camp. Ember got put in where they experiment on children to like, it was a lot of things. They just try to artificially give people powers, even though then in certain areas powers and magic were accepted. Other areas it wasn't accepted, but they were trying to use it like as a weapon or whatever. But yeah, Ember, she was a part of the experiment camp, and she was like, she got taken when she was like, what, she was younger than 8, I know that. And then they were there for like a good 7 years, and then they got out when she was like 11 or 12. And I don't know if I want to spoil how she got out, but basically, yeah, no, because it's addressed really early in the story. But basically, Ember gets experimented on to get some like artificial demon powers. They don't finish the experiment, or like it goes wrong, and Ember bugs the fuck out. and she slaughters everyone in panic. And then even when the times like they would kind of take her out of experiments to just chill the fuck out, her and Zane, he'll come up later, Zane's the one who's in the child labor camp, they stuck together the whole entire time. And then because Ember started murking people, Zane had to finish the job, and Zane had to be like, I think he was like 17 or something. So we had a 12-year-old and a 17-year-old getting out of this horrible facility. And Zane had to finish the job, and so now people are all looking for them because Zane's classified as a criminal. They basically, I mean, a lot of my characters are just classified as criminals, or like they did something, but usually it's never actually true on what they did. Like, yeah, it is true, but there's the other half of the story that no one is saying. So like Zane gets charged for like taking a government experiment, massacre, a whole bunch of other shit. But Ember, she's just, and no one like thinks it's fucking weird that a kid is being called like, oh, we need a government experiment back. Like, hello? She's a child. But Ember, oh my god, I love her. I love her. And her powers go crazy. Yeah, her powers go crazy. I think I'm gonna put her, I love me some Ember. And she's so wholesome, bro. She's so wholesome. And I feel bad for her because this girl, she's just dead people. And that's what I'm going to say. That's pretty traumatic for her. Next we have, it's Ember again, but it's when she has her third eye. Ember got a third eye because of the mutation. Also, her hair was never always red, and it wasn't always what's it called? And her eyes weren't always red. She didn't even know her actual name. Ember is a name given by Zane. So it's just something that stuck with her. But Ember, wearing her third eye open, she's fucking insane. She's insane, but she's more unstable than she already is. And it's not that I don't like her when she's like that. It's just I feel bad and it's scary. But I'm not going to put her at S tier. But Ember, when her third eye, I'll put it like, yeah, at A. Okay, next we got my bro, Ian Asashi, bro. He's a DILF. He's a DILF. He's literally the father of my main character. Well, one of my main characters. But yeah, Ian Asashi, older Ian Asashi. Ooh, this man lost a lot. In the series that I'm working on right now, the prequel, he's in the prequel. He lost a lot in that shit. he lost a lot. But Ian Asashi, from where he started when he was younger to how he is when he's older, bro, it's such a good development. Because when he was younger, basically Ian is in the military. He's in the Ezreal Frontier, and the Ezreal Frontier is almost after everyone. They fucked over him. They fucked over his daughter. And the person that's running it right now, fuck the Lorcans. The Lorcans have always run the Israel Frontier. When Ian's in the Israel Frontier, when he was younger, the person that was running it was I don't know his actual name, but it's just Lorcan. It's Lorcan, and I have another character named Damien Lorcan, which is Lorcan's son, obviously. And Ian, he didn't fuck with Lorcan. No one fucked with Lorcan. Him and his like squad gang. They didn't fuck with Lorcan like that. Cause Lorcan, he was shit. And I don't know if I want to spoil. Do I want to spoil? Basically, in the opening, not the opening scene, but like literally in like the first half of the story, the story kicks off because of a shit call that Lorcan made. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say what happened with what call he made, but it was a shit call, and they had to clean up afterwards. And a lot happened. But yeah, older Ian. This is older Ian. Well, first, since I'm mainly the prequel is younger Ian. We don't see older Ian until the main series. So younger Ian, he was still annoying as shit though. He's fine, but he was annoying as fuck when he was younger. He got better when he got older. So I'm gonna put him at a B. But then older Ian, he is so fire. He is so cool. Oh my god. And he gonna do anything for his kid, bro. Anything for his kid. Anything. Alright. Next we have I don't even know which photo is which, because I have two photos of, they look like the same character, but the twins. The twins are named Nikolai and Kaito. They stick with my main character, Jessica, who's about to come up soon. But Nikolai and Kaito, they were... The reason why they're with Jessica is because a raid happened on the town. The Frontier came. They helped. Their moms got murked. Like, spoiler, like, their mom's dead. Obviously. But Nikolai and Kaito, they stick with Jessica, and they develop well too from when they were younger to when they get older and stuff. And they also have to deal with Jessica. I cannot go too far in depth with why just dealing with Jessica is a lot. But Jessica, all I'm gonna say is you don't see it in the beginning of the story, but towards the middle, and there's something that happens in the middle of the story that just like flips a switch with Jessica. And she literally is insane. And that's all I'm gonna say. I can't say too much about it, but Jessica's literally insane. But back to Nikolai and Kaito. They're twins, they're fire and ice. Nikolai, he's more quiet and reserved. Nikolai's the ice one. He's more quiet and reserved, but he's always seemed to be the stronger one, and so he'll always like he won't always use his full power because he doesn't want Kaito to ever think that like, oh, I'm better than you, because that's the last thing he wants Kaito to think. But even then, Kaito gets competitive with him. He's like, I don't need you to tell you that. I don't need you to tell me that like you're not better than me. I know I'm better than you. Shut up. But still, even then, with their brotherly love, since Nikolai, he's quiet, he speaks quietly. Kaito, he's a loud motherfucker. He's a fire one. He's loud as fuck. He's loud. So whenever Nikolai needs to be heard, Kaito's there to like, hey yo, listen the fuck up. That's how Kaito is, bro. But I'm gonna put both of them. I'm gonna say this one is Kaito. And I don't know what era we're doing of this. Kaito. Do I want to put you at B? I don't know. They get better when they get older, but like, I don't know. They cool. I want to do a series with him and his brother older after what happens in Maine. Basically, my series is called M.I.A, Missing in Action, because my character's missing in actions. There you go. But I think I'm gonna do it on younger. That's Kaito. And I'm gonna put Nico there. Look. I love both of them dearly, but Nico, he go crazy. But Kaito, when they're like older, he go crazy too. It's crazy. Okay. Next we have Mac. Mac is an assassin, part of this like clan, low key cult. But yeah, she's an assassin who's a part of this clan. I used to have a name for it, but I don't like the name for it anymore, so I'm thinking of a different name for the assassin clan. But basically, how this assassin clan works, she's in like a kind of relationship. I don't know, it's weird. But they're a romantic interest with this other character named Lucas, and Lucas, he is also an assassin. But basically how this clan works, how it gets people into its clan, is that it's usually kids that they get. So they assassinate their parents. And so if the kid ever sees, they do this thing, they have this gas. So if the kid sees, they have to like restrain them, and then they put this gas mask on them, and the gas that is released from the gas mask or whatever, it makes them kind of forget what happened. But for one character, that didn't work. And he's coming up soon. But yeah, just the clan is low-key fucked up. And so yeah, they put a gas on kids to make them forget if they ever just seen like their parents get murked. But yeah, Mac, it's not that she's an L character, but like I understand why my other character did what he did to her. He ain't do nothing like wrong, but like no, not nothing like trifling type shit, but I understand. And Mac, like, she's a cool assassin, but like I don't think she's that strong. Cause she doesn't have, she's like just an assassin. She knows how to use her stuff. And it's not that she's stupid or anything, but compared to my other character who's coming up soon, yeah. She's mid. Mac is mid. Look, she's not bad, but she's mid as fuck. Okay. She is mid. Okay. Next we got the main woman, Jessica Asashi, bro. We got Jessica Asashi. As you already know, she is the daughter of Ian Asashi, and Jessica was also in the Ezreal Frontier. She joined, or she grew up there after her mom got murked. But it was just her and her dad, and then she lived there on a military base for basically all her life. She joined the actual military when she was 16. It was from 16 to 18 that she was in there for, and the reason why it stopped at 18 is because the story takes place with the incident that makes her leave. Some shit happens. And Jessica, what we see throughout, Jessica is the example of getting power. And what happens, it's her being power hungry and fucking insane. Because towards the beginning, her main task, or the main thing she focuses on is taking care of the twins. That's something she will always focus on. That, and she has to get something back. I'm not gonna say what, but she has to get something back from another character, a fucking Lorcan. But yeah, that's like the first half of the story. Once she achieves it, or once that, or she either achieves or fails it, something happens, and then there's a realization, and then the shit, she just flips. She flips. And then we see a character, what happens when you give someone power and they just have so much animosity in them, and just power can change a character. I was going on a mean tangent too, but like it's alright. But with Jessica, she a W character, but once that switch happens, next we have my bro. Okay. Low is, cause even I don't know about him like that much, but he fine as fuck. So, but Low is, he is in, he's like he knows multiple characters and stuff, and basically he's a researcher. He finds stuff. He likes researching things towards the corrupt to see like what energy he can use, or just what they are, what they're about. And where he lives is in this town. I think it's called like Nazami or something. I'm probably gonna change it. but he lives in this town run by this other guy named Caius. Caius is like the leader of the town, but Lo lives there, and Lo's like payment for Caius letting him live there is that he competes in these tournaments that Caius has to like entertain the people. Those tournaments one day are gonna go wrong. But yeah, Lo he likes messing with corrupt things. He has this like a monitor that he made that senses corrupt energy. If there's a lot, it'll go crazy. If there's like only a little bit, he's like, oh, okay. Because there are corrupts and God spirits surrounding all of them. But he's just really focused on the corrupts because he thinks there's like a deeper power. He just wants to find out what they're about, or like just why it's like this. And so well, he's a W character. He has connections he knows Caius, and then he knows Ray. Ray knows Lucas. Caius knows Zane. It's kind of just like a bunch of connections and stuff. Okay, so where are we gonna put Lo? I don't have that much information on him yet. So he's not mid, he's fine. But until I know more about him, I'm gonna put him at B. Cause he a W character. Next we have, who's this? Oh, I can't show you that one. Next character. Next we have Ray. Ray, bro. Ray is so cool, and he fine, but he is so cool. Okay, Ray he's a part of the assassin clan. He's one of the kids whose parents got murked. He got murked, and you want to know who killed him? Lucas and Mac. They assassinated his mom. Ray was coming back home because his mom was sick, and he was coming back home for getting her medicine, and then he came back home to see her dead body. She was like, what the fuck? And then as he saw, here come Lucas and Mac diving down, they restrained him. They kind of put their arms over his arms to pull him back, and then they put the mask on to make him forget and stuff. And so they bring him back to the assassin clan, and they eventually train him to become an assassin. And he doesn't remember for a little bit, but then he does. And that dude goes crazy and does some effed up shit. Basically, when he found out, he was like, word, and he was like, when they trained him, they made him like one of the best assassins in the clan. And so when he found out, or like when he like remembered, something clicked. I'm pretty sure like it was something that reminded him of it. And he was like, yo, y'all killed my moms. F you, I'm out. Killed a bunch of kids in the assassin clan, and then he dipped. And another character went missing too when he dipped. I'm not gonna say who, but y'all can probably figure it out. In Ray, we see him, I think where I'm at right now, he appears soon. Ray, he likes taunting, and he's really smart. He's like, he is dumb stupid. He's really smart. He makes a bunch of mechanics and stuff. Like, he has a weapon, which is a shuriken, which he'll leave out on purpose for people to pick up, and it'll like scan their faces, or it can be a bomb, or it can just be a regular shuriken. But he makes a lot of mechanics to help him either just find people or just get revenge on people that effed him over. And Ray, like, he's a villain, but his motive for it makes sense. So Ray's a W character, and he's only like what? He's like 17, 18 when the story starts. He's a W character. He's 1 year older than the twins, because the twins are 16. But he's a W character, bro. Ray goes crazy. Okay, next we got my bro, Caius. Caius is the man in charge of his town. He has a town. I think it's called like Nizami, but I don't remember. And I'm probably gonna change it. But yeah, Caius, he is he's like not like the mayor, but yeah, kind of like the mayor. He's the leader of his town. People look up to him. People idolize him because he survived a corrupt attack. And corrupts, when you get attacked by a corrupt or something, you usually don't survive it, or when you do, you probably still have some left in you. he got a mean case of it, but he had some left in him, and he survived. Not really by natural causes, but he survived it, and people of his town idolized him. And so, because something happened, like a raid happened, when corrupts attacked his village and stuff, and so he was like, "No, I'm gonna build it up since I survived." And people idolize him. They don't see him as like a god, but like they idolize him because he survived. And so, K is he knows everyone. He has connections with everyone. If he knows one of your friends, he knows somebody else. He knows everyone, and he has information, and he'll give information if you do it for a price. You always have to do something, and then he'll give you information for it. And if you F him over, he will cause war in your whole town. He is a sassy dude too. He mad sassy for what? He's so sassy. But Case, I love him because he's kind of like my central character, because like he doesn't like know everyone, but he has connections with at least someone who has connections with somebody else, and he's always in power, and he's like, yo, don't F with me because I know way too many things that you don't. But he's also really secret about things, so you're like, yo, what do you know? And he's such a W character. But Caius, I might put him in S. Caius goes crazy. Caius, yeah, I'm gonna put him in S. And he kind of used corrupt powers and stuff, because when you recover from being like attacked by a corrupt or something, you still have like some corrupt spirit in you. And so he uses that to his advantage and stuff. He's so crazy. There's a lot of other characters who are like either like they have corrupt in them or they have god spirits in them. It's just you can tell if they're ever using their full power because their body will like crack. Think of like if you ever watch like My Hero Academia. I don't watch it like that, but I know like Izuku or whatever, when his power goes, his arm like cracks in his power. It's kind of like that, but it's like all over your body cracks. And then it's either blue or purple. Blue is for god spirits, purple is for corrupt, and your body will crack in all of it. And if it's a mix, then it's blue and purple or something. Or if there's more than the other, it'll only show the one that has more. But yeah, he's a W character. Next we have Zayn Maliker. As I already said before, he rocks with Ember. That's his girl. He gonna make sure that she's safe. You F him over, he gonna murk you. Zayn, he comes from a big family. He had an older brother who disappeared. He just dipped. And then he has a younger sister, and he has two twin younger brothers, which is why he'll end up getting like a soft spot for Nikolai and Kaito and stuff once he meets them. And yeah, but Zayn, he was in the child labor part of the camp. It wasn't fun. He dipped, helped Ember mark a bunch of other people. But Zayn's power revolves around, a lot around like sand, mummification, a lot of that. Basically, Zayn can't really die. Like he can, but he just doesn't know how to. Because his body, if you ever would try to like shoot him somewhere, it would go straight through, and then like it'll when it goes through, it like dissolves in the stand motion, and then it will close up in the stand motion. He doesn't know how to die. If he did, he would have done it already. But with Zayn, there's a spot in his body that will be an indefinite death, or it will actually hurt him, but he doesn't know what that spot is. And it has to be like really precise for that to happen, but he doesn't know where that spot is. So he's like, yo, I cannot die. I'm going to off myself. But yeah, Zayn, he's crazy. And also with his sand powers, a lot of his powers revolve around sand. So like he'll like makeshifting, like he'll have a bow made out of sand, or like a sword or a weapon or something. Or he has bandages that are always wrapped around his arms, and whenever he unravels them, he can always use them to his advantage or something. And then him and Ember, because Ember, she's dead people. They it works together, because he'll be like, yo, Ember, how many like dead people are in the area? And then she'll like kind of give them out, and then he'll use his mummification to make them work for him and like fight for him. So they kind of use their combos and stuff. It's pretty fire. But yeah, Zayn, and he's been through some shit. He doesn't even know where half of his family is, and when he comes back, he's met with, it's not that they're all dead, because they're not. He just doesn't know where they are. He only meets up with his younger sister and his father, and his father is such a terrible person. Oh my god. But Zane, I still have to rate more about him, so I don't think he's S tier, but I put him at nah, because Emmer's up there, you gotta be up there too. Next we have Anon. You can barely see this photo. For some reason I do not have any drawings of Anon. But Anon is an assassin. But he was like a part of the clan for a little bit, but he just disappeared. And he stays on the low, like an assassin does. And he knows Low and a couple other people. He knows Lucas too, of course. He knows Lucas, he knows Low, he knows Ray, and he knows Mac. He knows all of them, but he stays on the low. And we don't see him for a good little bit. It only happens when something happens, and he comes into the mix and helps and stuff. But Anon, he's also someone who has information, but he's more like a warning. Because he knows when something's about to come or something's about to happen. So he'd be like, yo, you should really be careful. Yo, you should watch out for this person or whatever. And he's cool. But I don't have that much information on him. So for now, I'm going to put him at B. He's fine as fuck. I just know he is. I don't have that many drawings. I don't know why. But he's cool. Next, we have my bro, Caden, bro. Caden is a part of the prequel. Yeah, the prequel. He's part of Ian's squad when he was in the military stuff. There's Caden. These next three characters, they were all part of Ian's squad. But Caden is Ian's, they were best friends. They're like brothers. They took care of each other. Ian came to the military because he didn't have any family. Caden came to the military because he comes from a military family and stuff. Him and his sister, they came to the military. But ever since Ian joined, he took care of him like he was his own and stuff. But they have some triumphs, some shit happens. And their friendship doesn't break, but it's always going through something. They're like an old married couple. It's crazy. But Caden, he's a really W character, even though you don't really see it at first, because he may just seem, I don't know what the word is, not like pushy, but like when he needs to get active, he'll get active. He will. He's very skillful at what he does. But Caden, he's such a W character, and towards the end, I feel so bad for what happens. Because so much in the prequel, a lot of stuff happens towards the end, and I feel bad for the whole cast, bro. It's so trash. But Caden, I'm gonna put him at an A, or should I? No, he's not S. He's not S tier, but he's a dub. He's such a good character. He's such a good friend too. Oh my god, he's a good friend. He's a good brother. Good god uncle. He's so cool. Okay, next we got Markov. Bro, I can't even say that much about Markov yet, bro, because you'll learn it, like, towards the end of the story. But, basically, do I want to say? No. No, I'm not going to say that. Markov and Ian, they cool. They cool as fuck. And that's all I can say. Markov, she's powerful as shit. But she's mad, not shisty, but she moves weird sometimes. Like, if something happens and she has like an inkling to know what's going on, she acts weird, and it always pisses Ian off, because he's like, yo, why are you acting like, stop acting like that, bro, like, do you know something? And she's like, no, I don't know anything, just blah, 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 blah. But yeah, Marco, she's a W character. I can't say too much about her because like it'll spoil the whole plot, but just know Ian and Marco, they go. But Markov, I know why. The ranking makes sense to me, but I can't say too much to y'all. But Markov, do I want to put her at S tier because she is a W character, but her molars be fucked. Oh, I was about to say something, but I can't say it. Okay, we can just go on to the next character. Next, we have Kalia. Kalia is Caden's twin sister. Kalia she's cool, but she's reckless. Or, she's not, she's like it's not reckless in a bad way, because she wants to help. She's always gonna help. She's always gonna put her life on the line. And Kaden hates that. She's like, yo, you don't always need to put your life on the line. She's like, yeah, I do. We're in the military. You gotta be ready. But Kalia, also Kaden and Kalia are both fruity as fuck. They are both fruity. They're both bi, but they just both have a preference for chick. But Kaden doesn't discriminate. They're both fruity as fuck. But Kalia, she has her motives, and sometimes those motives or the way that she goes about them, it'll fuck her over. She's really reckless with how she does it, because she won't listen when people tell her, yo, stop, you don't need to do this, just stop moving, stop doing all this. But it's she's a good character, but she pays the consequences for the way she be moving. Cause she be moving way too recklessly, or she'll do it too fast, or she's like, it's fine, nothing's gonna happen, or it's just, oh. I'm gonna put Kaya at B, cause, bro. Next we got Damien Lorcan. I don't need to explain. He's okay. He's, oh my god, he's so trash. But Damien is another power hungry person. Him and Jessica used to date for a little bit. They broke up because he was really toxic. I don't know if he was abusive, but he was toxic as fuck. So take that as you will. He and the reason why him and Jessica, like, they just like hate each other's guts now. It's like, yeah, they broke up, but he only really got with her to get in power. Because Ian, he eventually becomes like a commander, so he's like top dog. And Damien hates that because he has daddy issues. That's all I'm gonna say. But he's so trash. Him and Apollo, they work together, but basically Apollo is bitching Damien. He has like kind of Damien sell his soul to him, and then they work together to get somebody. Yeah, I could probably know who, since I already said who the main character is. But yeah, Damien, he's smart and stupid, but like, he's power hungry, he's smart, he's toxic, and he's just evil. Any Lorcan, you see any Lorcan in my story, you just know to immediately hate them. Lorcans suck. Whole bloodline sucks. Okay. But Lorcan, any type of Lorcan blood, they're the lowest of the low. They fucking suck. They're trash. They're stupid. They're stinky. And they're weird. Next we got M.I.A, S tier. She's Apollo's big sister, I think. But she go crazy, and the way her story ends, it sucks because she never gets what she wanted. But well, she does, but it's weird. But M.I.A, she's so cool. She's really powerful too, because she's a corrupt spirit, and she know how to she know how to clean a place. She know how to murk some people, and it's just, oh my god, bro. It's, oh, it's so not fair. But Maya's S tier. Her story, like, it's not fucked, but her motive makes sense. And it's pissed. I'm not pissed. It sucks that no one ever sees it that way. Everyone sees her as evil. She's bad. She's gonna kill us all. Even though, yeah, she is, but she has a reasoning for it. Her and Apollo both do. And Apollo's gonna stick by Amaya, and Amaya's gonna stick by Apollo. They're gonna stick by each other. And what so stuff happens, and it makes Amaya go crazy too. And Amaya and Apollo, because they're corrupt spirits, after they both caused two incidents to happen. Like, two like major incidents happened with two of my kind of major characters in the prequel. Well, in the prequel and in the beginning of main M.I.A. But it's, oh my god. Oh shit. It's her story. Her whole story is pretty fucked. Okay, last character. I'm gonna say a whole different name. Last character is Lucas. Lucas is not human. Like he is, but he isn't. Lucas's body is like it wasn't. Whoever that person wasn't always named Lucas. Lucas is like a project. He was made to be the ideal, the perfect assassin, and he is. But what they added to it, it's he's like a mutant. He's a mutant, and it's whenever the mask comes off, that's when shit goes haywire. But yeah, Lucas, he's a W character, and I love his story because his story is kind of learning to think for himself because he was so used to just taking orders and doing whatever he was told to. So once he has a chance he has a crisis and he thought for himself for once, and then when he's questioned on like you just thought for yourself and now you're not gonna say shit, he's like, I don't know, I didn't mean to do that, I didn't want to do that, and they're like, I think you did, and blah blah blah. And he's part of the main M.I.A squad is Jessica, Lucas, the twins, Zane and Ember. Yeah, they're the main squad, they're the main characters, and they learn to trust Lucas because they don't trust him at first because Lucas is sent out to find them. He's out to find and assassinate all of them because they did some shit. So yeah, Lucas, his character development kind of crazy, and he is a W fighter. Like the way his fight set, Jesus, he mean with it. Am I gonna do A or B? I don't know. I think because of his character development, I'm just gonna do A. And Savage Reform Lucas goes. Oh shit! What did I do? Where'd it go? Oh, Savage Reform Lucas goes. Also A. I'm not going in depth about Savage Reform Lucas. It's just that's what it is. Okay, that's it. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. This video might be long as fuck. But this was my original characters, ranking them and set in their tier list. But yeah, so Banchi was here, Banchi was there, Banchi was everywhere. I hope you enjoyed this video. I keep on forgetting to state this in any of my videos. I have social media. I don't use them that much, but I do. My Instagram is like literally deadsec, but I think it's like with a dot and an underscore under it. I don't remember. I'll put it up on the screen. And my Twitter is also literally deadsec. That's about it. I don't use either of those social medias like that, but like if you follow me up there, I will. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so Banchi was here, Banchi was there, Banchi was everywhere. My name is literally deadsec. This was ranking my original characters, and I will see you sometime soon. Later.